Hey everybody. Oh my god. I fixed my microphone. There's this little area that I didn't know about in the program that I use, and I went in there and there's this microphone input level, and it was all the way down at the end, like at the negative end. This is why nobody's been able to hear me in months. So anyway, hey, welcome back. I'm Zira. This is the Love of the Dark Crafty podcast. I believe that this is episode number 20. I don't think I numbered last month's episode. But yeah, I just cannot even. I'm just about ready to pee myself. I'm so excited over this whole microphone thing. So it's so nice that you can hear me again. I'm very excited about that. I wanted to say that right off the bat, just in case you were like, oh, it's that podcast I can never hear again. Now, just skip over me. Don't skip over me. I swear I fixed it. I can't do anything about the lighting. I'm really hoping that I don't cause a fire here in a minute. Not with the candles, but I have a light over here that's, I decided to cover with a translucent plastic bag. Just to keep the glare off my eyeballs, because after a while I can't see anything. I've got spots in my eyes. I have a super posh, expensive setup of an light here with a plastic bag over it. Anyway, let's get right into it. I need to keep it a little bit short today. Not terribly short. I have to meet with my son's teachers at 2 o'clock today. My poor boy he's having a hard time at school. It's like, he's 15. He's not into the whole authority thing. He's really sweet at home. He does whatever. If I ask him to do things around the house, he gets up and does it. He's very sweet. But when it comes to teachers at school, he is just fucking not interested. Not even. And so he's having a pretty hard time. So I get to go and have a meeting today. But I wanted to do this first. Put myself in a good mood before I go in there. So, don't judge. It's iced tea. There's no sugar in it. Works in progress. I want to show you what I've got going on. Yes. So, I still have the Hasukai cowl going on, and I'm really sorry. I don't remember who put this pattern out. I'll do my best to make a link in the bottom, but I rarely actually ever do that, so we'll just see how it goes. But it's still going. I haven't touched it in a couple of months. It's about half done, I would say, and it's going to be really beautiful. It's one of those sort of it's going to be like a tube-shaped scarf that sort of flares out at both ends, and then you'll be able to kind of fold it in half on itself and wear it like a cowl. So it's going to be really gorgeous. I absolutely love this yarn. This is from, this is Madeline Tosh. I don't remember the name of her base, but it's the singles sock weight base. And it's, Spectrum, I think is the colorway. But it looks like an oil slick. It's absolutely beautiful. Not that oil slicks are beautiful, but you know what I mean, that pretty rainbow sort of like crow feather kind of look. Anyway, I just wanted to show it because it does still exist, and I know I showed it a few podcasts back and I haven't touched it since then because I've just been busy with other stuff. It's a very boring knit, I will say, because it's just knit around, purl around, knit around, purl around, and there's just nothing to it texture wise. And so, I go 5 rows on it and I'm like, I'll deal with this later. I'll do this next month. Anyway, let's see what else I've got in progress. All this other stuff is, oh, this is in progress. Okay. I'm going to show this even though the recipient hasn't seen it yet. I don't know for sure if the recipient watches my podcast. I don't think that she does. But we're doing a little trade. She has the, this is Rita. She has the Broomsticks and Dragonfly Etsy shop. And it's a really awesome little witchy shop. She makes gorgeous handmade incense. I'm pretty sure that I've talked about her on the podcast before. Beautiful handmade incense and other kinds of crafty kits and just beautiful stuff. Check her out. But we're doing a little trade. She saw that I had knitted one of the goddess patterns from Michelle Simpkins, Hagstone Handmade on Ravelry. and asked me if I sold them. And I said, I can't sell them. They're, the designer of the pattern has asked that we don't sell them without her permission, and I don't have her permission. But I said, I would trade you. If you would like to make a trade, I would totally do that. I think that's within the realm of reasonable use there. So, so yeah, she said, surprise me with the colors and I'll make up a thing for you and surprise you. And so, so yeah, this is what I've got so far. This is not finished yet, but, it's, that yarn, it was a Cascade 220, and it was kind of camouflage colors, and I overdyed it with some beautiful teal, which turned it more into a forest green kind of look than a camouflage sort of look. And I thought kind of earth goddess look. Oh, I just thought it was so pretty. And we've got the little spiral, everything's backwards, little spiral button in the middle. We've got some little flower. These are little tiny rosettes. You can't see because I don't have autofocus. I don't use that shit. Little heart in the chest there, little glass heart. And she'll have some beautiful little flowers around her crown here. So I'm really excited to, I'm going to hope to finish that up this weekend. I am really busy this weekend. But I think I will have some time on Saturday to actually finish that up. And so I'm so excited to see what she's come up with for me. Let's see here. Oh, sorry, thirsty. Not that tea is a great thirst quencher or anything, but let's see. I did that's it for oh, this is sort of a work in progress. Each of these little items are finished, but the whole project is a work in progress. So it's kind of a WIP/FO. But the mitten advent calendar that I've been making, I think I've showed a little bit of it. I might have showed this one. This is the first one I did. There's 24 of them, and they're, you know, each one, it's a little mini mitten, and they'll be strung on a garland, and you could put it on your tree, or you can hang it on your wall, or do whatever. And let's see, let me put these in order real quick, because I didn't do that before, because I'm a nincompoop. 1, 2, 3, okay. So I wanted to show you something. This is really, really interesting to me. Last podcast, I talked about that the altar cloth, the sun altar cloth or the east altar cloth, altar 2, or was that altar 1? I think it was altar 1 from Caitlin French. And the massive size difference, massive might not be the right word, I guess. But it was significant. It was a significant size difference between using the same size of needle in a double pointed format versus a magic loop format. It was like unbelievably larger to knit on double pointed needles. For some reason, when I knit in, or is it the other way around? It's the other way around. Magic loop. No. Anyway, I forget. One way or the other, I knit a whole lot tighter than I do the other way. So this first one, number 1, was knit on double pointed needles. Let me see if I'm lying to you. No, double pointed needles. And so was number 2. And this is actually, I went down a needle size because I wanted a slightly smaller mitten. And it's not a huge amount smaller. It's a little bit smaller. But I went down a needle size, and I decided to stick with that. So that was 1. There's 2. It looks like that says 21, but it doesn't. It just says 2. You're just seeing a shadow. That's funny. Super cute. And then I've got 3. I'm not super thrilled with this one. I think part of it is just that I'm not super skilled yet with color work, and I don't really feel comfortable with the, I screwed up here too. Anyway, I don't feel comfortable with the stranding aspects of it yet. I'm kind of switching back and forth between, okay, am I holding one in each hand and knitting with them, or am I letting them both lay there and just picking them up as I need them, or am I making sure to keep one on top of the other? I need to figure out which method I like best and stick with it throughout the whole thing, because I think then it will be at least consistent, you know. Anyway, so that was number 3. I'm not super thrilled. I'll probably end up redoing number 3. I've got number 4. Now, here's the funny thing. I decided to switch. Okay, that's right. I switched to Magic Loop on this one right after doing number 3 because I felt like number 3, I felt like the tension was really, I felt like it was just tight, and I thought, well, maybe it's because I'm using there's 3 different colors there. So you've got your gray and I'm sorry, it's not going to autofocus. It's just not going to. You got your gray, your white, and your red. But that's, you know, at least two colors in each row. The whole thing. It's not just like a little design here and there. It's kind of. So I thought maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe I was, maybe my floats are too tight on the inside and it's just making it really stiff. So I switched to Magic Loop thinking maybe that'll be easier. And look at the size difference. Line those up between those two. Like, I could wear this. Like, this is literally my hand size. And these guys are like, you know, fit in your palm. And same needle size. Literally the same needle size. I believe that I'm using size 3s for these guys. But for whatever reason, the Magic Loop, for me, just makes everything loosey-goosey. I didn't get any laddering or anything, so that's nice. But yeah, it's crazy. So I'm like, well, maybe it would be kind of cute. Maybe I'll do like every 3rd or 4th one on Magic Loop and go back to DPNs for the rest of them. And then they kind of be different sizes. And it would kind of be like, oh, you've got mittens for everybody in the family. You know, like, so maybe I'll just do that and go with it rather than insisting that they all be exactly the same size. Because that would be kind of a nightmare. So 1, 2, 3, that's 4. There's the little 4 there. Oh my God, isn't that cute though? I might have to make a bigger version of this for my actual hand. And then I've got a 5. I really loved this one. This one was probably my favorite so far. And again, I'm sorry, it's not going to autofocus because I'd rather just everything be at the same focus all the time. And then I've got number 6 done. I didn't like doing this one at all. The little periodic sort of snowflakes, I could not get the tension right for those to save my life. I think if it was like the flea or lice, maybe it's called lice, when they do like, you know, every 4th stitch is the white one and then blue, 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 white, blue, 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 white, or whatever. When it's even across the rows, I think it might have been easier to deal with, but this, they were so random. From a distance, it looks great. Actually, I'm looking at through my camera and it's like, ooh, yeah, that looks really nice. In person, it doesn't. It's all wonky and like, it didn't block nicely. But this is hilarious. I made a mistake. So this is a little angel, right? Look really closely at her head. She's got a nice little round head. For some reason, I made a mistake on the opposite side and it looks more like a little devil. With little horns on each side. So I've got like the little angel with her smooth little rounded wings on this side, and I've got the devil on that side with his batty wings. Ah, too funny. So yeah, I've got 6 of those down. 18 more to go. I probably won't finish them this year, but I might get another 6 done this year. That'd be cute to have just a little 12-day advent. Anyway, yeah, so that's those guys. Works in progress / FOs. And then let's see, I got that out of the way. We talked about that. One of my coworkers just had a new baby. Well, his wife did the having of it, but you know, I'm sure he had something to do with it. Anyway, and this baby has the coolest name. This baby's name is Ozymandias. Wow, right? Super cool name. So I knit that baby a really sweet little hat with a little leaf that kind of comes up and hangs down, and it's just sweet. And I don't have it with me because I already gave it to them. Hi, cat. Hey, get out of here. Go on. Kitties can't stay in here today because I got too much for them to get into. All right. Anyway, goodness. But I made him some little boots to match, and they're so sweet. I love them. I want some for myself. But these are the baby house shoe pattern from Inez Strict. You can find her on Ravelry. And if you go, if you click on her you know, any of her patterns, it takes you to her website, and she's a German woman, and so everything is in German. But if you look somewhere on the page there, it'll say English version, and you just click on that. If you don't understand German, you can just click on that if you're an English speaker, and then you'll be able to make these sweet little things. Super cute, super, super cute. I love the little decreases on the top. It's almost kind of like a little tree. It reminds me of how it just sort of comes out like that. And I felt like that was a good pattern to go with the little leaf hat that I made. And the leaf hat didn't have a pattern. It's just a baby hat that I just did. So, well, with the exception of the leaf itself, you can get just the leaf motif thing or whatever they call that on Ravelry. Just look up leaf, and it's like the second or third one, and you'll see it. Okay, finished. More finished objects. I have 2 more. This one is mostly finished. I do need to add 2 buttons, but I haven't found the perfect buttons yet. I have so many buttons. So many buttons. And not one that will go with this. So I think I might go and see if I can find some beautiful wooden buttons or something. But this is the Mabel? Maybe it's just Mabel. It's M-A-B-E-L sweater. I just looked it up like this. And it's so sweet, and I love it. And this little stitch was totally brand new to me. And the 12-year-old boy in me likes to think that they are little tiny buttholes. But some people might call them, like, I don't know, ostrich eyes or something. I don't remember. But they look like little puckered up buttholes to me. So to me, it's the butthole sweater. I shouldn't say that. I know this designer spent so much time making this gorgeous baby sweater. She's not going to want somebody calling it the butthole sweater. But you know what? That's what I just did. So it was a really easy pattern to follow. It was easy to knit, easy to follow. It made perfect sense. It's my first cardigan. I've knit baby sweaters before. I've never knit an adult sweater yet. I want to do that. Maybe I'll do that at some point soon. But I've never done a cardigan before, and it was just a breeze. It was really, really nice. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. Again, I will go ahead and I will type up. I promise. Promise I will type up show notes. I just don't use them, and so I forget to put them in. I should use them, I guess. I don't know. I don't want this to ever feel canned, you know? I don't want it to feel really super pre-thought out. I mean, I want to be thoughtful, but I don't enjoy watching podcasts that feel super overproduced or super edited, like edited to within an inch of their life. I don't like the cuts and the cuts and the cuts and the cuts, and I just would rather do everything in one big long take and just live with whatever stupid shit comes out of my mouth. I have one final finished object for you guys. And I'm going to show it to you because I talked about it in the last episode. I'm going to go ahead and move my candles real quick because this thing is large, and just in case, because I'm going to go like this, and then it's going to go whoosh. All right. This is the tree skirt pattern by, it'll be down at the bottom, I promise. I'm going to stand up with it and show you guys. It's pretty rad. Well, you're not going to be able to see it. That's just not going to happen. So what I'll do instead, I'm going to go ahead and turn on that damn autofocus that I hate so much for just a minute. There we go. And hopefully it doesn't mess up the color of my hair too much. Let's see. Oh, yeah, forget it, you guys. I'm sorry. It's black. You're not going to see it. I posted pictures on my Instagram. Maybe if I sit behind it? No. I did post pictures. Oh, I've got an idea. Once in a while, I get this idea. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Put this behind here. Maybe you'll be able to see the pattern. A little bit. So basically, it's a circular tree skirt that has trees all the way around. And there's like 4 different layers, I think, of the tree, sort of little tree motif that goes like this. You're just going to have to trust me. It's a circle, goes around your tree. It's jet black. You're not going to see it. I'm taking autofocus off now. Grr. Okay, that's my final object. I'm going to wrap it up here in a minute. If you want to find me and see the other stuff that I'm working on, please feel free to follow me at LoveoftheDark at Ravelry. On Love of the Dark on Ravelry. I am Zira, and that's with 3 Z's, ZZZIRAAA, on Instagram. Feel free to follow me. I will let you follow me, as long as you're not one of those bot accounts that takes pictures from everybody and posts it all on your page. I'm not okay with any of that, so I'll just block you and report you for that. But if you're a real person who actually wants to follow me, and maybe you're a person who also is a crafter of whatever sort, or an artist of whatever sort, I'm totally down with following you. That's exactly the kind of stuff I want to see in the world. Art. So yeah, I should show you that thing over there. Excuse me. I will show you that another time. I'm not going to draw a name this time. I know that we have our ongoing knit along, make along in the Ravelry group, which is the Love of the Dark Fiber Arts podcast group on Ravelry. Join up. You have to be a member to win a prize. You totally don't have to be a member just to peek around, but I'm not gonna choose a winner today. I've got other stuff going on. Like I said, I have to go meet with my son's teachers in just a little bit here, but soon. This week is very, very busy for us. We have Samhain on Wednesday, and I'm in the ritual for that. I am the narrator, which is a bigger part than I initially anticipated. So a lot of my focus is going into that right now. But after that event, sometime, I would like to hope early to mid-November, I'm going to try and do another one, and we'll pull names at that time. Oh God, I've got wool all over my face. How does that happen? Oh, because I knit with wool. Yeah. Anyway, well, y'all, I hope you're having a really great day. I hope you're having a really, really awesome season. Don't forget, this is the Samhain season. You know, this is the Dia de los Muertos season. This is the season of the year where the veil between the worlds of the living and the worlds of the dead are at their thinnest. This is a really good time to spend some time meditating, or, you know, communing with your loved ones that have departed, dreaming, you know. I would definitely encourage lucid dreaming at this time. And you know what? It's also almost November, and I don't know how I feel about political posts. I don't know. But you know what? Vote. Fucking vote. This shit has to change. And only we can change it. So get your ass out there and vote. Don't fucking forget. Alright, I love you all. Mwah. Ciao.